But anyway, Ken Carson's back at it. So we were talking yesterday about how Ken Carson was coming at Summers, but it wasn't necessarily Summers like we thought. It was actually Kankan. Because Summers posted on his story a message from Ken Carson. It made it all public, I guess, which is might stir up some more controversy. But Ken just do not give a fuck. He's trying to throw hands with everybody. So let me pull up that story. He said he wanted to run his fade with Kankan. Summer says, man, that dude ain't talking about me, because Ken Carson was saying post your shows, which we thought was like a response to Summers posting the numbers. But what has Kankan, and I'm not on necessarily Kankan or Ken Carson's side. Y'all know me. I like to stay in the middle. We're objective here. But what did Kankan even do? Does anybody know? Was it, did he say something in a song? Does anybody know? He did nothing. That's what I'm saying. So I'm just trying to figure it out. They kind of stick to their own business. Plus, I thought this beef was over. And maybe Ken is like starting some shit to like, because he did post on his Finsta yesterday. Let me find it. He was dropping a song right here. Fashion Habits out this Friday. It might be like a leak or like a SoundCloud track, not necessarily a DSP, because it is kind of like he's not trying to roll it out too much. But I'm just so confused. And then Two Cup Terry came out and was like, yo, I saw Ken. He didn't like, I don't know, man. If they were to fight though, Ken is more on the uppers. He's on that coke. He's on that. He probably sipping lean a little bit too, but he's on the X, right? So you like, whereas Kankan is on strictly the lean. He probably takes X too, but more so the downer. So if they were to fight, Ken would probably win. Let's be real. But anyway, Ken said to Summers, he said, tell bro, shoot the fade. And Summers is like, bet. And then he also sent him a screenshot of his DMs to Kankan saying, shoot my fade gangster. Again, what did Kankan do? X wasn't appreciated and not really surprised. Maybe he's mad about that. He's like, yo, put some fucking respect on the O. When he said that, respect on the O, I thought it was the 0, because remember, Fantano gave Ken Carson a 0 on his album. So maybe it's a play on words. Doubt it though. It's probably just probably just the opium. But I feel bad. Ken's back down to 956K monthly listeners. Maybe that's why. What I was thinking was, with the whole numbers debate, maybe Ken's trying to drop a song on Friday to get his numbers back up so that Summers and Kankan can't say shit. Because actually, let me check the numbers. Was Kankan above Ken Carson? Okay, so Ken Carson's at 3.2. So Kankan's at 1.9. See, that's what I'm saying. Why would... And also, there was that clip of Kankan coming out on the Rolling Loud stage, like all slumped as shit. Or maybe that's just the way he is in general. I could see him just being like a sloth. That would be his spirit animal, because he's on lean all the time. Whereas Ken is like running around screaming the whole time, like he's getting chased by Jason in Friday the 13th. But Ken's beating him in numbers. Not Summers though. Not Summers. But I think these rappers should legit just meet up. I don't know about get a drink together and solve the issues, but maybe like pour up some lean together, because rappers don't really drink like that, other than maybe Wiz Khalifa or like the party ones. Misha, we get it. Polo G is your idol. You're fucking gay. Sorry, you're the one that's saying it to yourself. But also, I think Kankan came out. Every rap beef can be settled behind the scenes, right? The only reason to bring it out in public, and we all do it, so like sometimes it's just fun to involve the public because it adds a little more flavor to the situation. But all these rappers do shit publicly just to get the clout, right? It makes it more fun. I think Kankan is tweeted like clout, clout, clout. So they all getting clout. It's not even necessarily a negative or positive for any of them. Although, I'd say Kankan, for both of the times that they've had beats, is coming out on top. Because Kankan's about to drop his album, Way Too Geeked. Now, will it do as well as X? I don't know. Because if you see, there is an Empire little logo right there. So it is backed by a somewhat major, like, it's a distro deal, I believe. It's not like a, actually, it's not a major. What is Empire major? That's what like X used to do. So they can push shit if it does well. And that looks like a cool graphic. That looks professional. So we'll see. It will be fire if Cam proved everybody wrong, because he was streaming more than most of these rappers in his class for a little bit until Summers came out. Can is bigger than you. No. If we check Summers numbers, Can is not doing as well as Ken, but as we've discussed, see Ken's right here 3.2, Can is 1.9. This is a weekly on-demand audio streams for all platforms. So that means monthly they're doing like almost 8. Ken is almost doing like 12 or more than 12. The thing is, Can hasn't really dropped. He dropped before Way Too Geeked. I believe that's on all streaming platforms, but he let all the, you know, that wasn't really a huge rollout, whereas X was. It even had like music videos and whatnot. Also, he's got like Cardi backing him, so I don't know, man. I still think Can is coming out on top. He's not letting it go, you know, get to him. Whoever lets it get them angry, that's who loses the argument in the beef. We all know this. When you get in the boxing ring with Sep, shit, I'd be down. I'm not even mad at Sep though. I would do it for the video if he wants it. There's no way he would accept that. I swear to you, if he sees me in person, he might be taller than me. I don't know how tall he is. He will know, like, oh shit, maybe I should not, with my crackhead ass, try him like that. Unless he's got like a pistol with him, which he very well might. But shit, I'll just be like, yo, cops, you got a gun on him if he tries to do some shit to me. Nah, I ain't playing around with that. Don't play around with your lives. Fights for sure. Use your hands. It's all good. Hand falling off. Ain't heard nobody talk about him recently. That's because he hasn't dropped music. Just wait for it. Wait for Way Too Geeked. That's gonna be his first like studio project, because he's with Empire, right? As we discussed previously. So we'll have to see then, based on his numbers, how good the project was quality wise. Because the big criticism that Kankan gets a lot is if he sounds the same in every song. Now, the last project, he switched up the beats a little bit. I think it was solid. It wasn't the best, but it was also just like a before Way Too Geek, just to keep like the fans fed for a little bit until the album drops. And he has a Summers collab tape. Summers is killing it right now too with his Fallen Raven. That was his best project thus far. Crazy. So yeah, I think all of these rappers in this class, Summers is on top right now. Not like he's not number one, but like his first studio project, or I don't even know if you consider that studio project, because he was still independent. But we just have to gauge between all of these rappers' first project where they're like up, right? Like Yeet had 2 Alive, or even Up to Me, but 2 Alive was like the first one where he got like mainstream features and shit. Summers hasn't had that, but it was still, you know, Fallen Raven was still solid. Destroy Lonely's No Stylist versus Ken Carson's Project X, or X. Whereas X was kind of like a downgrade from Project X, as we've discussed. Who else we got? I think those are really the only ones that are like up enough to gauge their careers up until this point. SSG Kobe. I don't think even SSG Kobe's like up yet. So Fago we have to gauge with Pink Hearts actually. And then we'll be able to see like who's really top dog in this class. So far it's Yeet, obviously. He's killing everyone, 5x the amount of streams on a weekly basis. How much money is that? That's so much. Let me calculate that. So 25 million times 0.00. That's like 100K every week. Bro literally could buy a Lambo every fucking week, or you know, every 2 weeks, whereas everybody else sitting there with fucking way less money. But He's not even underground anymore. He's not even in the class. He's so far surpassed everyone. He's like the Uzi. He's like the Uzi of his class in 2016. Uzi just was like killing everybody.